This conference will now be recorded.
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। अली अल्लाह मदद फरमा। मुश्किल आसान या अली, मदद रसान या अली। 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 मुश्किल आसान या अली, मदद रसान या अली, 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 मुश्किल आसान या अली, मदद रसान या अली। शुक्रन लिल्लाह वल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, शुक्रन लिल्लाह वल्हम्दुलिल्लाह। या अली मदद अजीज सर।
या अली मदद, या अली मदद। सुभान अल्लाह, सुभान अल्लाह। बहुत खूब, बहुत खूब। Thank you everyone for joining us this morning. Such a great, wonderful, beautiful morning. And Ya Ali Madad to all online. We will continue on our 8th part of Wama Qadrullaha Hakka Qadri. Have we recognized and understood Imam as we should have? This question has more importance today than ever before. Have we recognized and understood Imam as we should have? With that, let's start our session with Imam's Mubarak name. The blessed name of Nur Maulana Shah Karim Al Hussaini Hazir Imam, या मौलाए मेहरबान मदद फरमा, या मौलाए मेहरबान, या मौलाए मेहरबान, या मौलाए मेहरबान मदद फरमा, मदद फरमा, या मौलाए मेहरबान। हम गरीबों को अपने नूर की रोशनी में हिदायत फरमा, या मौला देख हम तारीकियों में डूबे हुए हैं, हमें अपने नूर की रोशनी से इन तारीकियों से बाहर निकाल, क्योंकि दुनिया और दुनिया के गिर्द गुबार ने हमारे दिल को, हमारे ईमान को, हमारी अकूल को गंदा किया हुआ है। या मौला अपने नूर से इन तमाम गंदगियों को हमारे अंदर से दूर कर। या मौलाए मेहरबान, या मौलाए मेहरबान, help us understand what is our tariqah and what it means to have Imam, a living, present Imam in our tariqah. Ya Mola, help us recognize you, understand you in the way we should understand you. Nur Maulana Shah Kareem Al Hussaini Hazir Imam, Tawfiq, Tahid, Himmat wa Yari, Tawfiq, Tahid, Himmat wa Yari. Ya Maula Mehrban, please come close to us. Keep your hand on our shoulder, Maula. Guide us with your light, Maula. Ya Maula Mehrban, come closer to us, Maula, so we can see in your Nurani blessed light, Maula. आमीन. तमाम साथियों को एक बार फिर या अली मदद. Today this subject have taken another turn, another meaning, that how fortunate we are to have a living, a present Imam. Having this blessing on us, on our soul, then this question should have been muted. That have we understood and recognized the Imam the way we should have? But Imam himself, very sadly, when he drew our attention to this fact, that maybe we are not either able to or willing to put our time and effort in the recognition of Imam. In the Golden Jubilee, when Imam said to the LIF, I wish perhaps my Jamaat would recognize me. Remember, that was 50 years of Imamat at that time. Imam was saddened by that Jamaat has not recognized the Imam. In 1995, Mullah had given Farman that fundamental principle of our tariqah is to recognize the Imam of the time. Did we listen to that Farman and then took any effort, any steps to recognize the Imam? If our answer is no, we have not, then we can understand from 1995 to 2016 or 17, where Imam is talking to the LIF and saying, so sadly, perhaps my Jamaat would have recognized me. That is a great proof that we are not listening, nor we are paying attention, nor we are taking any effort, nor we are willing or maybe not able to recognize the Imam. And this subject derives from that. This is according to what Imam had said, and Imam wish for us to recognize him. Let's go to our chapter number 8. As we had ended our lesson last week on the fact that Mullah Ali said it is the two things that you can do, utilize to recognize the Imam of the time. The second of that was remembrance, Tasbiyat Giryazari, and the first was ilm. You notice the number 88 out of the Kalam Mullah Ali is ilm. And then 91 was remembrance. Ilm, ilm, and ilm, says Imam in his recent Farman to Karachi, Pakistan Jamaat. Ilm, 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 11 times. Mullah repeats. Because without the ilm, how will we recognize the Imam? And if we think we have recognized the Imam, then we would have a question. And what is that question? If we already know who the Imam is, we have understood him, and if we have recognized him, then Imam would have no reason to repeat that Farman again and again and again and again. Every single Farman we have available from the time of Mullah Ali, Imam Jafar Sadiq, Imam Mustansibullah, Imam Hassan Ali Shah, Imam Ali Shah, Imam Aka Sultan Muhammad Shah Salawatullah alayhi, may our soul be sacrificed to him, and then Shah Karim himself have repeated the same Farman again and again and again. And if you are looking at your screen, we have been asking this question for last 8 weeks, last 2 months. How do you see Imam? Do you see him as merely a human? Or do you see him as a guide? Or do you see him as the Nur of Allah? Or do you see him as Ali Allah? That is the question that we have been asking ourselves for last 8 weeks. Today, let's come into some of the Quranic references of we had covered 12 references of Imam from the Quran. Now we are going into the references of Nur in the Quran. Wherever in the Quran there is a mention of Imam, Hadi, or Nur, those are the direct references of Imam Zaman, because he is the Imam, he is the guide, Hadi, and he is the Nur, the light. Those are the direct references of Imam in the Quran. How many Nur references are in the Quran? Here, there some homework done, and you can see on your screen there are 49 perfect 49 references of the Nur for 49 Imam, the Shah Karim al Hussaini Salawatullah alayhi. Perfect reference for the perfect Imam. First reference that we will cover of the Nur from the beginning of the Quran, from Surah Baqarah, which is Surah number 2, ayat number 17 and 20. I would encourage you to take an effort, a time, a minute to go look at those references yourself. Here, I will give you the gist of this ayat. And it is in the form of a story. I will repeat this story in English and Urdu both. If anyone like me to repeat in Gujarati, please let me know. Raise your hand and I will repeat in Gujarati as well. And this story regarding the people and regarding the Nur. I would like you to think about this. Think about this. How Nur have guided the human and what human have done to block, to leave, not to listen. The Imam, the Nur of the time. And this is a perfect story in the Quran regarding that. The story goes, और मैं इसको उर्दू में भी बयान करूंगा 2 मिनट के अंदर ताकि तमाम को अच्छी तरह से समझ में आ जाए. Story goes that there are two travelers traveling through a jungle in the old days. The one has a matchstick in his hand, and the second one has a lithium battery torch in his hand. They are both traveling through the jungle. The person with the lithium battery torch turn on his torch. The light is nice and bright, and he's easily able to walk through the jungle without bumping into the bushes and the trees and the trash and the leaf, and without losing the path. He walks through the jungle with the light in his hand. Contrary to that, there is a second person, another man, who's also walking through the jungle. And he has what? A match, a box of match and match sticks. So he enters the jungle. Whenever he bumps into the bushes or trips over the leaves or bump into the tree, he take one of the matchstick, lights it, put a fire to the leaf and the wood. Now he is able to see in his surrounding. Now he can see, okay, I was supposed to go that way. So he started walking that way. As he walk away from the light, after a minute or 2 or 10, he is no longer is able to see anything. So he bumps into the trees, bushes, trips over the leaf, and he is not sure if he's on right path. He takes another stick out of the match, he lights it, makes a fire. Now he's able to see the path. He can see I was supposed to go that way. He starts to walk again. After a minute or 2, he loses the light. Now he's back into the darkness. And what happened to him again? He starts to run into the bushes and the trees and he's tripping over the leaf. Eventually, he run out of the matches. He has no more sticks to light the path and he completely loses the light. Remember the first man with his light in his hand in the torch with a lithium battery, He successfully crossed the jungle and made it to the other side. What is this story the Quran is telling us? Quran is saying that this dunya, this life, is an example of the jungle. What do you have in your hand? Do you have the light, permanent light, Hadi Barak, the Imam Zaman, or you have a temporary light? Here and there, you have spark of light, guidance, and then you lose them. Let me come to the Urdu. कुरान के अंदर एक कहानी की तरह एक स्टोरी बयान की गई है दो शख्स की। एक शख्स जो जंगल से गुजरता है और उसके हाथ में एक नूर, टॉर्च और लिथियम बैटरी के साथ है। जब वो जंगल में दाखिल होता है तो अपनी लाइट को ऑन करता है और उस लाइट की रोशनी में वो जंगल से बआसानी सीधे रास्ते पर चलते चलते किसी चीज के ऊपर गिरते पड़ते नहीं, आराम से दूसरी तरफ पार हो जाता है। जबकि दूसरा शख्स जो है उसके पास एक माचिस की डिबिया है और उसके अंदर कुछ स्टिक्स है। अब जब भी वो घास के ऊपर से गिरता पड़ता है, कहीं दरख्त से टकराता है, क्योंकि अंधेरा बहुत है तो वो एक तीली जलाता है, थोड़ी आग बनाता है। अब उस आग की रोशनी में वो देख सकता है कि रास्ता कहाँ पर है और वो उस रास्ते पे चलने लगता है। लेकिन चूंकि आग पीछे रह गई तो दोबारा अंधेरा हो गया, दोबारा से वो गिरने पड़ने लगा क्योंकि रोशनी नहीं थी, वो अंधेरे में था। दोबारा से उसने एक माचिस जलाई, थोड़ी आग बनाई, उसकी रोशनी में उसने देखा कि कहां पर क्या है और सीधे रास्ते पर चलने लगा। एक दो मिनट चलने के बाद दोबारा वो लाइट पीछे रह गई। अब वो दोबारा रोशनी के बगैर अंधेरे के अंदर गिर गया, दोबारा गिरने पड़ने लगा और सर टकराया दरख्त से और पता नहीं चल रहा था कि वो सीधे रास्ते पे जा रहा है कि नहीं जा रहा है। दोबारा उसने लाइट जलाई, दोबारा माचिस से एक आग जलाई और दोबारा से उसने रोशनी देखी और दोबारा से वो चलने लगा। लेकिन आखिर में उसकी माचिस की डिबिया के अंदर कोई स्टिक नहीं बचती है। अब वो मुकम्मल तौर पर किसी लाइट के बगैर, किसी मदद के बगैर अंधेरों में डूब जाता है और अपना रास्ता खो बैठता है। ये क्या मिसाल है? ये मिसाल है ऐसे दो लोगों की, एक जो इमाम के साथ है। दिस इज एग्जाम्पल ऑफ दोज हु आर विद द लाइट, द नूर ऑफ द इमाम ज़मान, a permanent light, ever living, ever present, always and always with you. You can take the light and you can go through the jungle of this world without ever bumping into trees, bushes, tripping over the leaves, because Imam is guiding you with his light. और वो लोग जिन्होंने इमाम के नूर को छोड़ा, कभी राम को, कभी कृष्णा को, कभी आदम को, कभी नोवा को, हेयर एंड देयर, यहाँ वहां चीदा चीदा हर जमाने में वो पैगंबरों से रोशनी हिदायत हासिल करते रहे, लेकिन फिर उन्होंने उसको कंटिन्यू नहीं किया, बार बार छोड़ते रहे। अगेन एंड अगेन they left the light of the Imam. Here and there when they needed the guidance, they followed the prophets, and then they will leave them. And now they are without the light and keep bumping into things and not able to walk on the Sirat al Mustaqim. Why did I say today is more relevant? Because we are walking in this jungle of the materialistic world. Without the guidance, without the light of the Imam, a permanent, present, and living light, the Nur of the Imam, we will be lost in this jungle and this materialistic world. वो नादान लोग जो कहते हैं कि हमको इमाम की जरूरत नहीं है, हम क्यों इमाम को माने, हम क्यों इमाम के फरमान को समझे, हम क्यों इमाम को पहचाने, हम क्यों इमाम के पीछे पीछे चले, मैं अपनी अक्ल से चलूंगा। उसकी मिसाल एक ऐसे आदमी की है जिसके पास लाइट, नूर, हिदायत, इमाम नहीं है। That is the example of those silly humans. For whatever reason, they think they know everything and they do not need the Imam, the guidance of the Imam, the light of the Imams, and they leave and not follow the Imam. Or even when they do have the Imam, they don't listen to his Farman and they do not follow him. Imam Aka Sultan Muhammad Shah Salawatullah alayhi, may our soul be sacrificed to their Imam, says that in the time of Qiyamah, you will see my miracle. And those who believe will see it. And those who will see but do not believe, their example is like a blind and away from the Siratul Mustaqim. That is the gist of this ayat. I would encourage you to read ayat number 17, ayat number 20 out of Surah Baqarah. Let's come to our next. This is in continuation the answer for those who have willingly, intentionally not listening to the Imam and his Farman. Surah Baqarah again, same surah, ayat number 18. They have intentionally have made themselves deaf. कान बंद कर लिए हैं, उन्होंने जानबूझ के अपने कान बंद कर लिए हैं, इमाम के फरमान को नहीं सुनते हैं. Intentionally they have closed their ear and they have become deaf to the Imam's farman and guidance. They have become dumb. They cannot speak the truth. वो ना तो सच बोल पाते हैं और ना ही सच को सुनते हैं. They have become blind. They cannot see the nur of the Imam and therefore they do not recognize the Imam. So they do not return, pay attention to, understand the Farman of the Imam, and therefore they are not able to recognize and understand the Imam. और यही वजह है कि वो ना तो इमाम को देख पाते हैं, ना ही इमाम को सुन पाते हैं, ना ही इमाम को समझ पाते हैं, और ना ही वो इमाम शनासी में पूरे उतरते हैं, क्योंकि उन्होंने जानबूझकर इंटेंशनली अपने आप को बेरा, गूंगा और अंधा बनाया हुआ है. They have made themselves deaf, dumb and blind themselves, because Allah wants to guide them. Not only He wants to guide them, He Himself have manifested in this world in the human form amongst you. so he can guide. But you have a free will to be guided or not to be guided. वो तो तकलीफ लेकर इस दुनिया में हमारी तरह इंसान का जन्म लेकर आया, लेकिन ये नादानो, तुमने उसका दामन छोड़ा और तुमने अपने आप को बेरा, गूंगा और अंधा बना दिया, क्योंकि अब तुम्हारे पास ना तो इमाम का फरमान है और ना ही इमाम का नूर, कि जिसकी रोशनी में तुम इस दुनिया के जंगल से निकल सकते हैं. It was us. So here, please read this ayat from your Quran. Another example from the same surah, Surah 2, ayat number 257. So who is Imam? Allah says, I am your friend. How can Allah be your friend? Have you ever seen Allah? Have you have any understanding of the one who is above all else? How can Allah be your friend? Allah saying, look at me. I am the Imam in front of you and I am your friend. So what we have done? We said, no, 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 we don't want this friend. We don't want you, Mullah Bapa, because what you are telling us is so hard for me to follow. I have a akal, I have a brain, I know everything, so I don't need you, Mullah Bapa. And Mullah Bapa is saying, I am your friend. I am your friend. Hold my hand. Let me take you out of this jungle. I am your friend. Whose friend is Allah? Whose friend is Imam? The one who believes. जो ईमान वाले हैं उसके लिए फरमाया गया कि मैं तुम्हारा दोस्त हूं. इस दुनिया में इमाम आपका वली, आपका दोस्त है, और वो आपको हाथ पकड़कर आपको इस दुनिया के जंगल से निकालना चाहता है, लेकिन हम नादान उसका हाथ छोड़े हुए हैं और हम कहते हैं हमको इस दोस्त की जरूरत नहीं है. और सुने क्या फरमाता है कुरान, कि अगर आपने उसका हाथ पकड़ा, उसको दोस्त माना, तो वो आपको इस दुनिया की तारीकियों से निकालकर रोशनी की तरफ ले आएगा. इफ यू होल्ड हिज हैंड and if you make him your friend and if you believe in him, he will take you out of this jungle, the darkness of this world, and he will take you into the light outside of the jungle, outside of this world. He is your friend. Have we made him our friend? He is extending his hand. Are we holding his hand? He is guiding you. Do we want it to be guided? He wants to give you his nur. Do we want the light, the nur of the Imam? Free will remains with us. हमारी मर्जी है और फ्री विल हमारी है. इमाम तो चाहता है कि हमको पार उतारे. हमारी मर्जी है कि हम पार उतरते हैं या इमाम का दामन छोड़ते हैं. That is up to us. Look at this, the second part of this ayah. And those who are disbelievers, जो बेईमान है, जिसका ईमान कच्चा है, जिसका ईमान अधूरा है, वो तो अपना मुंह इधर उधर मारते हैं. कभी हिंदुओं की किताबें पढ़ते हैं, कभी क्रिश्चियनों की किताबें पढ़ते हैं, कभी वो जूइश की फॉलो करते हैं, कभी क्या करते हैं, कभी क्या करते हैं, और अपना मुंह इधर उधर मारते हैं. और वो फॉल्स खुदा को अपना दोस्त बना के बैठे हैं. वो फॉल्स मौलानाओं को, फॉल्स लोगों को, गलत लोगों को अपना हादी बनाकर बैठे हैं। और मैं किसी और की बात नहीं कर रहा हूं, किसी मजहब की बुराई नहीं कर रहा हूं, मैं अपने इस्माइलियों की बात कर रहा हूं। कभी हम हिंदुओं की तरफ देखते हैं कि रूहानियत उधर है, कभी हम जूश और क्रिश्चियन की तरफ देखते हैं कि रूहानियत उधर है, कभी हम मौलानाओं के पीछे भागते हैं कि रूहानियत उधर है, कभी गलत लोगों के पीछे भागते हैं कि नूर, रोशनी और हिदायत इधर है। आप देखें, मैं कुछ नहीं कर रहा हूं, ये आपके सामने कुरान का रेफरेंस है, आप खुद जाकर कुरान के अंदर पढ़ लें। डोंट टेक माय वर्ड फॉर इट, गो इनटू द कुरान, look at the attribution of the believers and look at the attribution of disbelievers. And disbelievers have made their friend the false God, false imams, false maulanas, and false other whatever they can find. So they are running around except looking right in front of them. Right in front of their eyes is the Imam guiding them. Right in front of their eyes are the Farman. Right in their front of their eyes are the Ginan. Right in front of their eyes is the Quran. Why do we need to run around? Because we do not believe that our tariqah is the tariqah of the logic and intellect, and our tariqah is the tariqah of the spiritual science. And the Imam is the Hadi-e Barhaq, the Noor-e Ilahi, the guide, the wali, the friend amongst us. And he wants to hold your hand, but we are not giving our hand to him. We are not submitting ourselves to him by saying, what? I know everything. So here we will, and I need you to look at the Surah Nur, Surah number 24, ayat number 35, and look at the principle of Nurun Allah Nur, because that is our chapter next Sunday. Why am I telling you that today? Because if you do not read on your own, if you do not look at it on your own, you may have a hard time following this session, because there is so much ilm for us to listen in one single hour. So here, to recap what we talked about, because one of my friends told me other day, it would be nice if you could recap at the end of the session, but sometimes there is just too much information. So today's subject, we learned that there are 49 references of Nur in the Quran. In the Quran, whenever you see the word Imam, whenever you see word Hadi, and whenever you see word Nur, they all refer to the Imam Zaman. How many times we had the reference of Imam in the Quran? 12. How many times reference of Nur? 49. And reference of Hadi, everywhere in the Quran you will find Hadi. Look it up. Then we talked about 49 references. Just so you do not get lost, here are the references. You can take a screenshot and then do take time to look up these references of the Nur. So you may find the Nur-e-Imam in the Quran. Take a screenshot of this. Then we talked about and the example of two kind of people in this world. One who has Imam and the Noor-e Imam guiding them. And then there are others who have left the Imam and therefore have left the Noor, the light which could have guided them. And why would anybody would leave the Imam and the Noor? Because they think they know everything. They have more knowledge than the Imam, so they do not need Imam. So they leave him. Because they believe Imam is just like you and me, merely a human. તમારી મને એક ચિંતા થાય છે મુનિવર તમે માણસ રૂપે જાણ્યા સાહેબજીને. And that is the reason that someone leave the Imam and leave the light, and now they are in the darkness of the jungle of the world. And then we talked about what happens when you leave the Imam. You are not able to hear anything, any guidance, and you become deaf to the ilm and the farman and the ginan and the Quran. And you become dumb. You are not able to speak the truth, and you become blind because there is no more light in front of you, so you cannot see anything. That is, it is because of you that you have done that to yourself, and therefore you are not able to return back to the true path, and you lose your path in the jungle. Now you are bumping into things and tripping over the leaf, the material world we are speaking of. So here, let me stop so we may have some time for the comments and question. G.
Subhanallah, sir. Friends, please share your questions in the chat room. Okay, so we don't have any questions in the chat at this time. Any friends have any question, please unmute your device.
There can be many questions. Let me ask a question. And I was hoping and wishing somebody would ask this question. Okay, someone is trying to unmute, but let me ask a question first. Are we saying that all of this great humanity, all of these religions, and all of the people who are following on those religion, they are following those religion blindly? Could you mute please for a second? Are they following the religion without the light? So let me answer that question. I thought somebody would ask that question. And that would have been right and perfect question connected to today's session, the topic and the subject in hand. Let's take any religion you want, whichever is your favorite religion outside the Ismaili Tariqa. Let's say you love Hinduism. When in the time of Ram and Krishna, the Hindus, the people of the time, was following the Hadi-e-Barak, and they had that match. They had the light and they were able to see the true path. But when the Ram and Krishna left this physical world and other prophets came, then they refuse to take the light, the guidance, and the hand of the Imam e Zaman, the Hadi e Zaman, the guide. So now they had the light, now they are left without the light, just like in the story of the two men in the jungle. We are not saying that they are right or wrong. That's not the question. Are they right or wrong? Because we are not criticizing anyone. We are saying that Allah have always and always and always 124,000 prophets. If the light was good enough one time and did not need it next time, then he would not have sent prophets after prophets, Imam after Imam. He would have sent one Adam and that would be it. But you see, human, we need light, guide, and the Imam to guide us according to the time and the place where we are. You see, that was the question. Why do we say we have to have, must, require a Imam e Zaman? Because human needs light to see, guidance to be guided, and the Imam to hold the hand and take them from this jungle to the next world. G. Go ahead. Somebody was trying to say something.
So there's a question in the chat. So friends asking, okay, so friends asking, is there any significance of the 49th reference in our current Imam, also the 49th Imam?
Let me request, if anyone want to unmute, please raise your hand first so Kamariya Sahib can unmute you, and that way we don't have this echo because multiple people are unmuting. All will have a time to ask question. Don't worry, you will have your chance. Just raise your hand and so Kamariya Sahib can unmute you. So question, is there any significance of number 49 Noor in the time of 49 Imam? It can be. It can be. Because we believe, according to the Imam's Farman, both the previous Imam and Hazir Imam, that we are at the end or we are in the middle of a new era, a new junction with the 49th Imam. And having the 49 references of the Nur in the Quran shows that there would be Nuran Allah Nur, Imam after Imam, and something beautiful will happen in the time of the 49th Imam. Do you understand? I'm trying to say something to you that this time and age, according to the previous Imam and Hazir Imam, it's a new time, new age, new era, and there is a beautiful things happening in this time in this Imam. And having Nuran Allah Nur, Imam after Imam, the 49th will be a great Imam and beautiful things will happen in his time. G.
So if few friends wants to take a screenshot of those new references, so if you can put
Okay.
on the screen, please. Thank you.
Yeah. G. So somebody was trying to say something. Go ahead and raise your hand so Kamara Sahib can unmute you. If you don't know how to raise your hand, go ahead and unmute yourself one at a time, please. G. Go ahead.
सर क्वेश्चन है कि वो 2 जन का बोला आपने, राइट, कि अपन एक माचिस से दूसरा, तो पर रियल में तो अपने पास अपना प्रेजेंट इमाम है जो लाइट है, तो वो मुझे समझ में नहीं आया।
जी, यहाँ पर मिसाल ये दी गई थी कि दुनिया में बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो कभी इमाम को मानते हैं और कभी इमाम को नहीं मानते हैं, कभी पैगंबरों को मानते हैं, कभी पैगंबरों को नहीं मानते हैं, कभी पीर को फॉलो करते हैं, कभी पीर को फॉलो नहीं करते हैं। उसकी मिसाल ऐसी है कि कभी उनके पास लाइट है और कभी उसके पास लाइट नहीं है, और जब जब वो लाइट खो देते हैं या लाइट को छोड़ देते हैं तो वो अंधेरों में जहालत के अंदर गहर जाते हैं, और जब वो जहालत में गिरते गिरते पढ़ते पढ़ते लगते लगते वापस इमाम तक पहुंचते हैं, तो कुछ देर तक वो दोबारा से इमाम के दामन को पकड़ते हैं, फिर वो समझते हैं अब मेरे को सब पता है, तो वापस छोड़ देते हैं इमाम को और वापस वो अंधेरों में चले जाते हैं। और कुछ लोग ऐसे हैं दुनिया में जो आदम से लेकर आज तक इमाम का दामन पकड़े हुए हैं, और उसकी मिसाल क्या थी? उस शख्स की जिसके पास हमेशा इमाम की नूर की रोशनी होती है, तो वो आराम से इस दुनिया से आखिरत तक सिरातुल मुस्तकीम पर चलते चलते पार उतर जाता है। जी, did everyone understood the question? She was asking to rephrase the example of the two men. The two men in the story represent two kind of humans. One who take the guidance from the one prophet or the other, and then they leave them, or they follow the imam in one time or the other and then they leave them. Sometimes they listen to Pir, Dais and Hujjat and then they leave them. It's like they had a light for a moment and then they lost the light, and therefore now they are running into the problems, bumping into the things, and they are in the darkness where they cannot see anything, and therefore they are not able to follow the Sirat al-Mustaqim. On the other hand, there are people who are always holding on to the Imam and his light, and they are guided on the Sirat al-Mustaqim, and they are the one who will find the true path to be able to go through this jungle, this world, and make it to the other side easily and quickly. जी,
याली मदद
या अली मदद।
अजीज सर,
जी
तो हम हजरत अली के टाइम से आ रहे हैं,
जी,
अभी आपने जवाब दिया, तो फिर हम असल में कब वासल होंगे?
बहुत ही आसान सवाल का जवाब है, अगर आपको यकीन आए तो। वकुल्ले शेइन असनाफी इमाम मुबीन, हम तो इसी वक्त इमाम के अंदर मौजूद है। बिलीव। आपके सवाल का जवाब मिल गया?
शुक्र मौला, थैंक यू अजीज भाई, थैंक यू याली मदद।
Thank you. So my sister was asking, we have been holding on to the Imam since Mullah Ali, and it's been 1400 years. When will we understand and be one with him? And my answer was simple as Wakulle Shain Asanafi Imam Mubin. If you believe we are in him right now, do not worry. Ji.
शुक्र याली।
Alhamdulillah.
Sir, I think friends are asking if you can elaborate one more time on the 49 references and the 49th Imam.
All right. So because this question is as second time, first remember that when we are talking about the references of Imam, which are 12, but we have 49 Imam and references of 49 new references. And tomorrow we will have 50 Imam. Yesterday we had 48 Imam. But there is an indication. And if you need me to repeat this in Urdu, please ask again. There is an indication. The reason that perfect number of 49, 7 times 7, is given in our tariqah is that at the time of the 49th Imam, there will be a new time, a new era, and we will be in a different world. And in the time of the 49th Imam, and as per Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah's Farman, that they will see amazing things, because this Imam will be the amazing Imam of the time. And that would be 49 times 7 times 7, Nur, the Imam, the 49th Imam. That's what it refers to or alluded to. Okay? G.
So I think this our friends asking if so Hazir Imam is a Sahib Qiyamah.
Every Imam is Sahib Qiyamat. G. Any other comments, question?
Just a comment, you are just too good. I have listened to so many missionaries, but it's amazing how you bring knowledge of Quran to us.
I am nothing, Garib and
Shukr.
Nachis, nobody under the dust of the feet of Mu'mineen. I am nothing. Imam is great and perfect, and all praises are due to him.
We are just lucky to have you. That's it. That's all I have
Shukar
to say.
Alhamdulillah. Shukar Alhamdulillah. G.
Okay, sir, we have the question from the friend. If we are already in him, what is not letting me believe, or what is that not letting me recognize that how do I recognize Imam if I'm with him and he is in me?
Free will. Free will. Our free will is blocking us. So answer to your question, how? Then how is submit yourself to him and believe what I told my sister. If you believe, then you are already in him. But if you do not believe, then question would be, how do I believe? And that is, submit your free will to him. Do not use your free will for yourself. Submit to him. So you may see and you may believe and you understand and you can recognize. Submission. Remember two kalame molali, ilm and remembrance. Ilm, giryazari. Ilm, ibadat. Those are the tools to clean yourself, submit yourself, and be recognized. G. Very good question, by the way. Thank you.
So friends asking, not related to today's topic, but if Adam is a title, then is Noah, Moses, and Abraham, they all are titles as well?
Yesterday I told myself I would not answer any topic which are not related to the subject. But this question is so beautiful that I would have to break my own rule. And the answer is, I'm going to take Mola Bapa and answer this, because now I'm going to make your question relevant to today's subject. Mola Bapa is the Adam Zaman. Mola Bapa is the Kashti Nu. Mola Bapa is the Ibrahim Zaman. Mola Bapa is Yusuf Zaman. Mola Bapa is Isa Zaman. Musa Zaman. Muhammad Zaman. Ali Zaman. Qaim Zaman. Imam Zaman. I hope this answers your question. G.
So friends, can you give me an example of how to submit our free will to the Imam?
Very good question. When we say to ourselves, me, I, that's where the problem starts with. Pir Sadruddin, and Mullah says in his Farman, Pir Sadruddin was very smart man. Pir Sadruddin Bawaj Akalwara Ata. You know why Mullah Baba calls Pir Sadruddin Akalwala? Because he submitted to him to the Imam by saying, Ya Mullah, जी काम तने कराऊं से कराओ, मन्ने काले दोष नहीं आपजे. Oh Mullah, make me do what you wish me to do. Do not blame me tomorrow. I want to submit my free will to you. I will only follow your farman. That's the submission. I will only follow your guidance. Imam in his London 93 farman says that I know, Mullah Baba said, I know you are following the farman which is convenient to you, but you should follow the farman with the conviction. आप उन फरामीन को फॉलो करते हैं, मौला बोलते हैं कि मेरे को पता है कि आप उन फरमान को फॉलो करते हैं जो आपके लिए आसान है और बाकी के फरमान को छोड़ते हैं, जबकि आपको फरामीन को पूरे ईमान के साथ, भरोसे के साथ फॉलो करना चाहिए. That is submission. Before you do anything, ask yourself, is this according to Imam's farman? You want to take some example? I'm going to give you such an example, your head will spin, inshallah. Before you say the dua, ask yourself, is this according to Imam's farman? What kind of example is that? Before you offer your dua, ask yourself, is this according to the Imam's farman? Then you will go and look at that farman where Imam says, do not offer your dua if you do not understand the meaning of it. So what are you going to do? You're going to learn the meaning of the dua, so you can follow the Imam's farman. That is the submission. That is the true submission right there. You follow each and every farman. You follow him. That is your submission.
In Ginan it says, तुझ भावे सो ही काम करावो, मुझ सिर दोष म देजो.
Ji, thank you. Ji. Any other comments or question?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yali Madad sir.
या अली मदद।
सर आपने जैसा वो फरमाया कि 49 इमाम के टाइम पे बहुत अच्छी अच्छी चीजें होंगी, और तो हम कैसा देखें सर, मतलब एक आप एग्जाम्पल देख के समझाओ ना सर कि हमको वो समझ कैसा आएंगी।
जी देखें, इमाम सुल्तान मोहम्मद शाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि 17 अगस्त 1885 मुंबई, फर्स्ट फरमान कलाम इमाम मुबीन। Imam says that this is the new age, ये दौरे क़यामत है, ये एक नया दिन है। If you take that फरमान, that tells us that क़यामत has begun. क़यामत has begun. And Imam Hazir Imam is the first Imam after this क़यामत. And having this understanding of Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah's will, and that is what? That I am leaving you a new Imam of the new time, and then reading the book of Pir Nasir Khusro, that in the time of this Imam there will be no drought of the knowledge, the ilm. That shows us that today we have reached the Nur upon Nur 7 times over 7, 49. And in this time, according to Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah, same Farman again, the Mu'min will see the miracle, because in this time, and this Imam is the amazing Imam, miraculous Imam, मौजिज़ात के साथ ये इमाम हमारे सामने खड़ा हुआ है, और वो इल्मी और रूहानी माजिज़ात कर रहा है। अगर आपको यकीन आए कि ये दौरे क़यामत है और इमाम उसका पहला इमाम है, तो ये 49 नूर की मिसाल पर है। जी
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू सो मच।
You know, to add to your question and answer, remember until Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah's time, in the Dore Shariat and the Dore Tariqat, you could not say Ali Allah. But when the time of Qiyamah came and our tariqa moved into the Dore Hakikat, then the 48th Imam told us what? Say Ali Allah, because here you must recognize the Imam of the time. And that lesson began in 1885. आप समझ गए कि दौरे शरीयत में, दौरे तरीकत में हम इमाम को अली अल्लाह नहीं बोल सकते थे, लेकिन जैसा दौरे क़यामत आया और हमारा तरीका हकीकत में बदल गया, तो मौलाना कहा अब आप अली अल्लाह बोलो, अब आप अपने इमाम को अली अल्लाह जानो और मानो, और अली अल्लाह के बगैर आप इमाम को नहीं पहचान सकेंगे। आपने देखा, इमाम इज हियर टू गाइड अस, and we must follow each and every farman of the Imam. We cannot pick and choose what is convenient for us. Ji.
Karmala, thank you sir.
Let's make one last question and we will end in next 3, 4, 5 minutes. One comment, one question.
So we have a couple of questions in the chat. The friends asking,
Go
is there a difference between submit and surrender in your mind? Would surrender include free will as well as, or does surrender still have the element of the I?
Okay. Submit is the first stage. Surrender is the totality, the last stage. Submit is the first stage, the beginning of an action. Surrender is the last stage, the final stage, where you have no more free will and there is no I and me in this surrender. Submission is a step by step. You let go of your me and your I. G.
Sir, one last question we have. Logic comes from intellect. Submission comes from the faith. Are they mutually exclusive?
No, they are one and the same. Intellect guides. Intellect guides. And when intellect guides, emotion and the heart, and we submit. Without understanding, how can one submit? And if one submit without understanding, without the intellect, the submission is just a fake, made up submission. For example, somebody said, I offer 5 times namaz, so I submit to Allah. But without understanding, who is Allah? Where is Allah? How do I see Allah? How do I recognize Allah? Intellect guides and emotion submits. Very good question. Thank you for asking. That was a great question. Ji Kamre Sahib, anything else?
Sir, no. So there are no.
याली मदद सर
Ya Ali Madad.
सर आप एक दफा उर्दू में समझाते सबमिट सबमिशन और
जी
टोटलिटी सराउंड प्लीज
जी एक होता है कि सजदा करना, अपने आप को सबमिट कर देना, इमाम के हवाले करना, और एक होता है उसका फाइनल स्टेज जहां पर आपके खुद ही जो है ना वो खत्म हो जाती है। तो सबमिशन जो है ना, सजदा जो है ना, पहला स्टेज है, और वो स्टेज बाय स्टेज आस्ते आस्ते हमारी खुद ही जो है ना वो खत्म होती जाती है, फना होती जाती है इमाम में। फिर उसका एक फाइनल स्टेज है जहां पर हम मुकम्मल तौर पर अपनी आई को, अपनी फ्री विल को मारू मारू મૂકી દઈએ છીએ આપણે, અને યુ આર સબ કમ્પ્લીટલી હેવ, તમે કમ્પ્લીટલી પોતાને ઇમામના સુપરુદ કરી નાખો છો કે યા મોલા હવે હું ખાલી ઈ કરવાની, જીતું કહેવાનો, મારું મારું નહીં કરવાની. એન્ડ આ બે અલગ અલગ સ્ટેજ છે. પહેલો સ્ટેજ સજદાથી શરૂ થાય છે, સબમિશનથી શરૂ થાય છે. આખરી સ્ટેજ સરેન્ડરથી ખતમ થાય છે, જ્યાં પર આપણે નથી હોતા, ખાલી ઇમામ બાકી રહી જાય છે. જી So should we stop here, Kamra sir?
Ji sir, I think there are no questions in the chat.
Thank you very much, everybody. Yali Madad.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Allah
Thank you.
Madad.
Yali Madad.
Allah bless you.
मदद
Thank you, sir.
याली
थैंक
मदद
यू याली मदद
Yali
Thank you
Madad.
very much. Mola bless you always.
Amin. Amin. Yali
Thank
Madad.
you,
शुक्र
sir.
मोला शुक्र
Very
मोला
much.
थैंक
Thank
यू
you.
याली मदद
याली मदद
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Yali
Bye.
Madad.
Thank you so
Yali
much.
Madad. Yali Madad.
Thanks.
याली मदद
Thanks a lot.
Yali Madad. Yali Madad.
Aziz